Welcome back to the DNX show, and today we're going to be doing our predictions for Washougal. All right, so Doc, what is your bold prediction for the 250 class?
Deegan's going 1-1, brother. Okay, I'm just kidding. That's not really that bold. I'm going to go Mikhail Harrop gets on the box overall.
That's kind of funny that you say that and bring that up because my bold prediction for the 250s is Mikhail Harrop leading a lap. He was extremely close at Millville. He was right there with J Mart and Joe. And I personally said this in the review of like, he gets by J Mart there. I think he leads a lap and gets by Joe at least a little bit. And I think this weekend, this Washougal track is definitely, I would say, more European with it being more hard packed, like through the trees. I think he's going to have an advantage in that aspect. And I'm not going to be surprised if he pulls whole shot, leads a lap, and then Deegan passes him. I'm not going to be surprised. So, yeah, shout out to Mikhail Harp. I want to see a box, like on the box. That'd be sick.
I would love to see him win a race, but we all know that Deegan's going to put the absolute wood down on everybody at Washougal.
Yeah, there's no beating Deegan. Even if he's hurt, there's still not even beating
Not
Deegan,
at Washougal. No.
Okay, so then going into our 450 class, what do you have for the bold prediction?
Eli Tomac. No, I'm just kidding. Eli Tomac is most certainly not going 1-1, and I hate that for us as viewers. But leaning into what you said about it, Washougal being a little bit more of like a GP style-ish hard pack. I don't know. I don't really know if it's GP style, but let's just, for the sake of the conversation, let's say that it is. We're going to go old Jorge top fives, both motos.
Okay, he needs it both motos because one moto, he's very good. Like second moto last week, 5th place. First moto, 12th. He faded horribly. So
we're going to say he like puts it together, the whole package at the Shug. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be stoked with like, I mean, I don't think it's going to be anything more than like a 5-5 or like a 4-5, but AP's out. Not that AP's been doing much the last couple of weeks because he's been sick, but like that's still kind of like a top guy down.
I mean, Tomac's
getting 7th.
Horrible. You know? Yeah, you know, like Jay Coop's kind of hurt a little bit with that crash from qualifying. So, I mean, I would love to see Prado up there getting a 3rd, being on the box, and like have him on the podium. I think that would be sick. But do you think, just a random question, do you think the off 3 weeks is going to help him? Do you think like after those 3 weeks we go into the next round, which I believe is Unadilla? I think no Ironman. I'm stupid. I don't know why you said that.
Yeah,
but
no,
do you think going to Ironman? Do you think he can be on the box then after that like off break?
I don't know. I feel like for most people, I would say 2 weeks is going to be great. Lots of testing, figure the bike out. But like, buddy hates that bike, you know. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, I mean, in theory, you would think like 2 weeks of just testing would make them leaps and bounds better than when they are there, right? No pressure. That's the only focus. But also, I feel like he thinks that bike's like the worst thing ever.
Like you, I think it could help him, and hopefully it does. But for my 450 bold prediction, I have 3 privateers in the top 10. All right, I went back and I looked at all of the results from round 1, and it has never happened. There has been 2 in the top 10 multiple different times, but not 3. All right, and I think this weekend we have a possibility with that. You know, like for example, you brought up AP being out, Anderson being out. Like Jay Coop isn't doing so well with the qualifying crash. Tomac's not doing so well. Just this past weekend, we had Geode show up. You know, we have Cody Schock in the mix. I think it's possible.
Proposition for you. Okay. All right. As the viewers, you guys know that me and Josh have a little bit of like a battle going on here with our predictions, right? We're adding them up at the end of the year to see who has the best predictions. Okay. So I'm going to put 5 prediction points on the line here. Okay. But you have to name right now, live. Right now, you have to name the 3 guys that'll be in the top 10.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me pull up the Spring Creek. Let me go back to last week's results.
All right.
One rider is going to be Cody Schock.
Okay.
For a fact, he's going to be in top 10. Okay. The second rider is going to be Geode. He's going to be in the top 10. Okay. And then the third rider, and this one's probably the most difficult one because you can pick between, Lorenzo Locuscio, Koulos, Henry Miller, Mitchell Harrison, Ben Patro's on Suzuki. I think the best bet would be Locuscio. Those three guys.
That's your final answer?
Am I missing one? Am I missing a good one? I don't know.
Colt Nichols?
He's on Suzuki. That's a factory Suzuki team, man.
That's not a factory Suzuki.
That's his. If Roxon's on that team, like that's the Suzuki team.
He's not on that team.
He's on that
the
team.
Same team. No,
It's
different.
No, it's the same one. But I think I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be Harry Koulos, Cody Schock, and Valentin Giote will be in the top 10. All three of them. Mark it down.
Okay, that's 5 points on the line. In addition to the point you would get for getting it right.
I'm about to get 6 points. So
I don't know why I did this. I'm way behind. So I don't know. I'm cooked.
All right, so moving on.
Can you give me one?
Nope. You'll get 5 if I get it wrong, right? With those 3, because that's how that works.
Does it swing that way?
Yeah,
so if you
that's
get
how
it
it
wrong,
works.
I get 5.
Yeah.
I don't know we were doing that. Okay.
All right, so moving on to our next category, we got top privateer. Since we're talking about the 450s, I think the top privateer is going to be Cody Schock. He's one of the best guys out there. However, Valentin Giote actually just beat him in the overall at Spring Creek. So maybe I'm going to be inaccurate with this pick, but I'm going to go off of experience of Cody Schock being there. And Valentin Giote has not been to Washougal ever in his life. So I'm going to go with that experience with Cody Schock ahead of Giote, but I could be wrong.
I'm going to go off of momentum, and I'm going to say Valentin Giote. And every time I say his name, I think of Geodude from Pokemon. But yeah, that's my thought, is he has the most momentum of the privateers going into the Shug.
And it's crazy, too, because like last week, he got 8th overall, but in Moto 1, he beat Prado straight up. Like, he literally passed him late in that Moto straight up. So, and he got 6th in second Moto. So, like, that's not bad. Prado was right in front of him, too. Like, not too far off.
I feel like starts are carrying Cody a little bit. Like,
I wouldn't say like, carry because he at third place start Moto 2 and then faded.
No, but I'm saying because he's fading, right? Whereas Valentin's coming up to his positions where he's finishing.
That is very true. So, Cody, can you please not fade this weekend?
Yeah, don't fade, brother.
Pretty please. For the 250 class, I think there's only one viable option here. And let's say it on 3, okay? 3, 2, 1. Dylan Schwartz.
Avery Long.
That's not who I had. That's not who I had. Okay.
That's not who I had. Yeah, I mean, you could go Dylan Schwartz. I see that. I see him. However, Avery Long.
Avery Long, okay. Hey, shout out to the boy Checkers. He's going to love that. All right, first off, he had a fantastic race at Millville. He was from that area. He went 14-12. I mean, I can see it, but Dylan's riding so good, bro. He got 7th overall going 11-9 on the day.
Yeah, he was barking.
Dude, he's been barking all season long. Okay, so moving on to our head-to-heads, and this is brought to you by Next Bets. If you guys want to play the head-to-heads for 450s, all you guys have to do is go to the link in the description below at nextbets.com/playdnx to play. And for this week, our head-to-head matchups for the 250s is going to be Austin Faulkner versus Jordan Smith, a little teammate battle here. And last weekend, Austin Faulkner had his best result of the year with an 8th place. Jordan finished 10th place, respectfully. I would say Jordan has had the upper hand in this matchup all year long. Austin's been kind of struggling. And I also want to point out that the week prior, I put Austin Faulkner top 10, and 1 week later, he gets a top 10. So, what is this, Austin? Can you, like, help me out with this prediction shit, bro? But anyways, with that being said, although Austin had a great performance at Millville, I'm going to go with the guy that has been more consistent, and that is Jordan Smith.
Fair. And I understand. And I hear you. Wrong. We're going to go with momentum again. I think momentum's big here, K Brothers. Very large. And Faulkner is going to go P9.
So Jordan P10 or below? That's crazy.
Oh, you'll see. You'll see, baby.
That's crazy. I think Jordan has just been more consistent. But then again, that momentum might help Austin tremendously. And so, yeah, you might be right. Both are riding pretty good, though. So, but going into our 450 matchup, we have Eli Tomac versus RJ Hampshire. And the reason why I put this one together is because... No, it's because I watch RJ straight up beat Tomac 2 motos in a row. And especially in that Moto 1, he starts behind him and passes him like 10 minutes left in the moto and just gaps him, bro. Like, I've never seen someone do that like that to Tomac in a while. But with that being said, I think Tomac has a bounce back week, and I think he beats RJ this week.
I mean, listen, we're talking about RJ Hampshire, the guy that jumps on tough blocks like 80% of his supercross races, versus Eli Tomac. All right. However, I think, yeah, I'm going to go RJ on this one because I have lost faith, unfortunately. I do think that RJ is riding much better than Tomac. Now, Tomac has been good at Washougal, but Tomac's been good everywhere, and he hasn't been good anywhere this season. So, other than Paula.
I mean, go with your thing. RJ has the momentum.
Momentum, baby.
That's what you're saying.
RJ, I think, has a much better chance. RJ's riding so good. Podium by the end of the year, 100p.
Oh, 100%. Now, will we predict that? Probably not, but I definitely would love to see it. But with Tomac, I think he comes out swinging. It's Washougal. He loves it there. He had a great battle in 22 with Chase there. He did. I'm pretty sure he went 2-1 on the day. So, I mean, he knows how to win there. He hasn't been there, actually, though, in a couple of years. So that might hurt him a little bit. But regardless.
Also the GOAT at Southwick. He's also the GOAT at Redbud. You know what I mean? Like, he's also the GOAT at Hangtown. Like, the literal GOAT at Hangtown.
Yeah, he's been struggling this year. He's been struggling a little bit. But yeah, Tomac's going to win that matchup. Mark it down, stamp it, come back to me when it happens, and say, Josh, you're right. Moving on to our placements. This week, we're going to do 11th place. So this one's a little tricky because there's so many different options for 11th. We're going to stay in the 450 class. And for me, it's actually going to be one of the privateer guys. And that is going to be Ben Patcherell from Suzuki. Redbud, he got 11th. Southwick, he took 13th. High Point, he got 11th. And just Spring Creek, he kind of struggled and got 18th. So overall, I think that 11th spot for Ben Patcherell will be a pretty good spot.
I, too, am going to go with the privateer. I'm going to go with Harry Kulas.
Ooh, okay. He's been riding so good as of late.
Yeah, I think it's solid. I think he looks really good in that bike, and it'll be a really good finish for him.
Like, I'm looking at his stats. He's actually been riding great all year. Holy crap. So, Fox Raceway, first race, 19th. Not bad. Okay. Hangtown, 22nd. Not the greatest, but this is where he flips it. All right. Thunder Valley, 12th. High Point, 16th. Southwick, 11th. Redbud, 10th. Spring Creek, 13th. That's freaking great, dude.
Washougal, 11th.
Washougal in top 10, baby. Mark it down.
No, keep, baby.
All right. So, now moving into the 250s. I'm going to pick a star guy here. And it's
star guy?
Yeah. It's going to be one of those star guys that's been kind of struggling this year. And that is going to be Nate Thrasher. He needs a bounce back after what happened at Spring Creek. All right. Because if I'm looking at this correctly, he got 19th. Yeah. So, yeah, not great. His finishes over the last 5 weeks have been 19th at Spring Creek, 11th, 14th, and 9th. Like, he's right there, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think 11th is a good spot, especially what happened at Spring Creek. I think it's a little bounce back. But yeah, he should be in top 10. He should be like top 8.
I'm going to go with we've already talked about him. We're going to go Jordan Smith. And I said that Faulkner's going to get 9th. Jordan Smith will be, 11th. I think they're very close right now. They're going to go back and forth in the motos. Who knows? I don't know.
You don't think Triumph's going to be top 10? All 4 of them again?
Listen, it's the shoot. Anything can happen. There's shadows. We're gonna
very true,
guys. Take a drinking game, water drinking game. Every time they say shadows, take a drink of water.
For Jordan Smith's results, you're actually spot on with that 11th.
I know, brother.
Like, I'm looking at him right now this year in order from Hangtown or from Fox to Spring Creek. 19, 6, 12, 14, 10, 18, 10. I mean, that's an average of 11-12. So it's pretty good. That's pretty spot on. But not this weekend.
The GOAT.
He's going to be up higher. All right. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so now let's go into our podiums. Let's stay in the 250 class. And Doc, what is your podium for the 250s?
I already told you that Mr. Harrop is going to end up on the podium, so we're going to go P3. Okay. Now, last week, Levi Kitchen went 13-6. It's not happening this week. Okay. This is Buddy's like backyard, like literal backyard. Okay. So Levi Kitchen is hopefully going to do good, and we get to see him ride, and because it's fun to watch Levi Kitchen ride. He's going to go second, and then, like I said, literally nobody's beating Deegs at Washougal.
I just want to let you know that Levi Kitchen kind of sucks at his hometown race. All right.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yep. I know. Yep.
He's actually like, never done great there, dude.
No, he never does good.
It's actually kind of crazy. Like he literally lives up on the mountain, right? So like,
yeah, he said he used to ride to the track.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I'm pretty sure his best finish is like a 5th. He's been there a few times, but his best finish is a 5th.
You know, time for the tables to turn.
Well, I'm with you on that, okay? Because for my 3rd place, I got Levi. I predicted him 1st place last week. We don't talk about that, okay? That goes out the window. This week, he's going 3-3. At his hometown track, he's going to get his best finish ever at his hometown. The crowd's going to go crazy. He's going to have a good time, and he's going 3-3. Hopefully, this year, he doesn't do a lot of press for it, because I'm pretty sure that wore him out last year. So, hopefully, that doesn't happen. For 2nd place, I got the 2nd best guy, Jeremy Martin. Just kidding. He's not racing ever again. I got Joe Schmoda. So I think Joe most likely is going to go 2-2, I would assume.
Yeah.
Right?
He's really good here, right?
Yeah. So like I think he's going to go 2-2. And then as you mentioned, how can we bet against Deegan? And what's kind of crazy is like for the Joe Deegan fight, Deegan is dealing with that crazy injury on his thigh, right? Like that, like we saw it all over social media last week. He didn't ride. I think he rode like a little bit Thursday, I think, because he didn't do press day. But he didn't get a lot of practice time. And then he goes to Spring Creek and he beats those guys straight up. Now, Joe did have a problem 2nd moto. I get that. But 1st moto, he didn't. And he should have beat Deegan 1st moto. So, with that being said, Deegan is still the guy to beat even while injured. That's why he's going to go 1-1 on the day. And I think we're going to have that 3-3, 2-2, 1-1 finish. And it's going to be kind of unspectacular, if that kind of makes sense.
It's just a perfect Deegan track. It's ruddy, but it's hard packed.
Yeah. Go back a couple years when he went crazy. Remember that pass around Jay Coop on the outside, but after the S section? That was like the coming out for Hayden Deegan, in my opinion. That sounds weird, but that's what it is. Like, he finally showed his true raw speed because he got into the lead and he gapped everybody by 20, bro. It was a crazy, crazy race for him. But, okay, so now going to the 450s. What's on your podium?
This is the safest podium I've ever done in my life. Eli Tomac. I'm just kidding. From 3rd to 1st. Jay Sexton, Hunter Lawrence, Jett Lawrence. Guys, I'm in panic mode here. I need to make points up on Josh. Okay, that's all this is, brothers.
Yeah, I mean, that is probably the safest bet. That podium will most likely happen for the rest of the year. However, I think for 3rd place, it's going to be Hunter. All right. I think Hunter goes 3-3 here. I think Chase enjoys this track a little bit more than normal. Last year, he dominated here. In 2022, he rode spectacular with Tomac, right? So, like, he loves this track, right? And I think he gets 2nd place for Chase. I think Hunter will get 3rd. And then nobody's beating Jett. Let's be honest with ourselves. He's going to pull a whole shot. He's going to have a 6-second gap, and nobody's going to pass him. We talked about this, and you actually said this. When he gets a whole shot, you think you have a little bit of hope, and then it's just nothing happens for the whole moto. So I think that's going to happen again. And Jett's going to get 1st. He's going to go 1-1, and he's going to go 11-0. So, all right. So now we have some fan predictions. And the first one that I got is from Chris. He says someone other than Honda will be on the top of the box in a 450 moto. So I don't know if that necessarily means like Chase winning and then Honda won 2-3, or just like Honda's not on the podium. Like,
yeah, it's never happening, brother.
Yeah, let's be real. I mean, you can maybe go Chase, Tomac, RJ. That would be a crazy podium.
That would be a crazy podium.
Okay, the next one that I got is from Jay Skepter. He says, I say home race for Kitchen. He battles for first overall. Then Sexton gets a good start and wins.
I could see the latter happening. Sexton could rip a whole shot and check out for sure.
I can definitely see that. Levi, he needs a miracle. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Yep.
Shout out to the boy. It's Nate. Shout out to the boy Nate. He says Tomac goes 7-4. Sexton goes 4-2. Jett goes 1-1, and RJ gets a podium. Very specific. I kind of like it.
Low key, I'm with it. I hate you, Nate, for the 7 for Tomac, but it's probably accurate to be honest.
Yep. Trevin, he says Deegan goes 1-1. We both predict that. Wow. Bentley, he says Sexton gets another podium, which he should. He's the third best guy right now, so he should be on the box every weekend going forward. Liam says Hayden 1-1, Jett 1-1. That should be everybody's prediction. And then shouts to the boy Chris. He says, I think we get a Tomac showing in Moto 2 and finally get that Jett, Chase, and Tomac battle that we've all been wishing for. So, crossing our fingers that actually happens, because that would be sick.
Would be fantastic. Would be wonderful. Not a chance. Yeah. There's not a chance that both of those guys are on and like at the same time and on at the pace of Jett.
Yeah, I just don't see it. And if one of these hits, if like the craziest one hits, all right, I'll make sure you guys get a Everything Moto t-shirt for the DNX stuff. So make sure you guys are hitting me. Make sure you guys go to IG on my story and put your predictions, because you could win a t-shirt. So make sure you guys stay tuned for those in the future.
I wear first.
Yep, basically. So with that being said, make sure you guys put your predictions in the comment section, your guys' podium in the comment section, and we'll be back with the watch party on Saturday and Everything Moto on Friday. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for the love, and we're out. Peace.